Hi there, I am Becky Amble and I want to show you something that maybe you've seen before. I, a lot of times, have a document created somewhere else and it puts it into a PDF. Well, then I need to edit it sometimes, and that gets to be a little frustrating. I looked around before and there are ones that you want to have a trial and they want you to download and then they want you to pay or whatever. And I don't have Adobe, at least on anything very current. So I have found a way to do that, and it is to use Canva. So I'm going to just show you that, and we're going to go share the screen and get at it. Here is Canva. And in order to do this, to get an upload, you can see there is no upload option over here on the left toolbar. So we're going to go here and we're going to say create a new document. That will open up. And then we are going to upload our PDF and then go play with it. So we're going to go over here, and momentarily on the left side, we will see that we have an option here to upload. And we're going to upload a couple of files. Come on. Sometimes things are a little slow. All right, we're going to do these two. And then what we're going to do is have one of them populate into this page. So here they are in the uploads. And we're going to, I don't know if we need to see it or if we can just put it over there. Let me see. I want to use this one first. Okay, and I'm going to blow this up so you can see it a little better. And I'm going to shrink down that left side. All right. Anyway, I want to have my photo on it. So I'm going to go get that upload. And okay, let's see if it'll go there. Well, sometimes it cooperates and sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, we're going to move it up into the photo box, and then we're going to shrink it way down so that it fits there. And you can just set it right on top. You would then have to move some of these. And what I'm going to do is also make this just a little bit smaller. And what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to move that. I'm going to get rid of the tan box. Come on, tan thing. Let's see if that gets the right thing. And then there's a little circle. So I'm going to put my picture back on it. And if you haven't done this, and if you're not interested, just ignore this. Anyway, so you go over here to what's called the layer, and you send it backward, because what we have activated is the photo. We're going to set it backward. And there it goes, right in the circle. And you can adjust and play with that a little bit. And again, all right. So one of the things that I would typically do, I'll just move this over a little bit. Okay, come on, move. It's not cooperating. Come on. Yeah, I don't want that moving. All right, well, I'm going to show you what I wanted to show you. And you can adjust these more efficiently than I did. All right, here it says AI strategy. Let me make that a little bit bigger still. See where it says AI strategist and marketing leader? Yeah, we need some spaces in there. So I'm going to click right after AI, hit my space bar, get my space in. Then the word strategist, I'm going to put the space bar at the end of that and put a space in before the ampersand. And then after the ampersand, up and leader. I wonder if I fixed that on the other one that I did already. Okay, so that's one thing. There's the photo, that's this. And then, like I said, you would probably adjust your spacing or move that photo a little bit further that direction. Okay, that's something that you can go fix here. What I would do is I would add that little image. I would copy and paste it and move this over. Don't want to take that time for that. I was going to show you just a couple quick things. So here I have almost 450 videos now. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to change this to 400. And as far as my nationally published articles, I don't know, it's probably 250 or 300. I'm just going to leave that for what it is right now. Just want to show you really how you do this. Okay, here, this is my old email address that tends to be pretty full. So I'm going to put my cursor right in front of the letter F for future focus. And I'm going to back that up because the current email that I use is Becky, future focus, AI. So I'm going to go to the end of the word focus and put the AI in and add that. And we are ready to go. Like I said, I could fix these things and move this one over and then, do line that up. I can do a copy of this and add it and just stick it right there. I'm just doing this real quick, but you can see some of this stuff doesn't take too long. And there you are, ready to go. And you made the edits. There was somewhere. Okay, I decided I should probably refer to these. I think they're actually Fortune 100 companies versus Fortune 50. So I changed that to Fortune 500, and then I had to make my line a little bit bigger. Anyway, it's pretty simple. I just want to show you because I think it's really exciting to be able to do this on a PDF without having to have Adobe and going through all the gyrations of other things. So once you have that, up in the upper right is the share button. You hit that. When you get a new window, you want to go here to the bottom left and pick download. And then here, right kind of in the middle, you will pick what you want. You've got various choices here. I'm going to pick PDF standard. And my designer says to pick flatten. I can't remember what that does. It might be more of an issue when we're putting things on Amazon. And then I just tell it to download. And it will download. I will open it, and then I will save it in whatever file or folder I am keeping these documents in. Now, I want to show you one other quick thing, if I can get this back over there out of the way. And we will go to uploads. Oh, first off, sorry, my mistake. Go away. Okay, first off, we're going to go down here and add a page. Now you could open a whole new document if you wanted to, so it's really up to you. And we're going to get our upload, and this was bothering me before, so we'll just, let me see. It's actually under projects, but that gets a little more confusing to keep moving around. So I'm just going to upload this document. And you can see here they all are under my projects folder, but that again just gets a little bit more than I wanted to do. So we have our new blank page, and I'm gonna put this on it. Okay, so here's our new page, and what I wanted to show you with this is that, move that over. Okay, what I wanted to show you is that down here, perfect. All right. When I originally did this, and here, over here on the left in the box with the circle, I could add my photo. We already did that, so I'm going to skip that part. I'm going to kind of move it a little bit out of the way if I can. All right, so see these boxes? They are white boxes, and looks to me like there is, they're oval or elliptical, and looks to me like, gosh, I bet there was some print inside of this, because on the original PDF that I downloaded, these somewhat oval, elongated boxes were in another color. I believe it was purple. And the text, as you can see, the text box looks blank. Well, when I looked at that, it was reversed. It was in white print. So we had a colored background that was darker colored, and then we had white words. So what I decided was, well, you know what? I bet there is some words there, and they're going to be in white. So I go up here to my little letter A, and I click on that, and I say, okay, make it black. And we shall see what happens. And you can go through and do that. So here we go. We're going to pick this, and you get black. And did you see down here where it says change all? Let's try that. Okay, voila. And they are all done. I can close that box. And again, the main point was just to show you that these then all actually had text, and since it was in white, of course it wasn't showing up. The other thing I did on this is I highlighted this, and then I went to my little color box and picked black, because these looked like they were done in a lighter color of some sort, like a gray. Anyhow, that's all you need to do. Just wanted to show you some of those things that I find helpful, especially when I'm doing a PDF and I feel like it needs editing. and I don't want to go through finding something new and a download and all that kind of stuff. Here's some other things. And just see, kind of weird stuff happened a little bit here when it got imported, and we missed some spacing. Well, you know what? We can find that pretty easy and get that fixed. And there, we didn't have to really do anything. There's something here. Must have been another sentence. Join. Oh yeah, it just goes to the next sentence. So when you do this, you want to just kind of check all of your stuff, make sure the spacing is right. And if some words got cut off, you might have to stretch the box or do something. And like I said, if you have something where you think, I know there were words in there, where did they go? Well, if they were in white on a white box, that's what happened to them. Anyway, see what you think. Hope you can find some value. If you do have PDFs like I do a lot of times and you feel like you just don't want to go through the hassle of a download and a new kind of software or any of that, remember you go to share and then you go to download if you're going to send it in a download to yourself. And then you go, let me move that over. You go to PDF standard is what I recommend and flatten, and then you hit download. And you are done and good to go. And you will now have your document in a PDF. Plus, you can have any of those little tweaks that you needed, any little typos, any little corrections, anything that you needed to fix, you can fix it really, really efficiently. I think it goes pretty doggone fast. So let me know what you think if you get a chance to use this. And if it isn't a great little nugget that once in a blue moon, when you need to change that PDF, there you go, and you can go do it.